I knew I should have sprayed you all with mosquito repellent before you left. All those biting things just waiting to... Oh, no, never mind.
Alright everybody, Miranda here. Today we are going to start with a little tutorial on the swamp fractal. So I'm going to go through this by showing you how to run the wisps. I'm going to run each one separately because each of them is a little bit different, and I will show you things to watch out for. Like there are traps. There's two types. There's this kind here, and there is this type here. First thing you need to do is come down here, where I am, and it will close off this door, and the wisps will go out to their different spots. There are, I think, 6 or 7 different spots they can go to. I will start with the one on the right over here, and show you how it's done. You need to run all 3 simultaneously in order to open the door, so you'll want to count down with your group once everyone's ready, and get them all there at the same time. This first one, the challenge is spiders. Spiders. Let's see, hold on.
Replenishing.
The wall. Nice start on my part. I usually run the other skill on this. I'll fix it as soon as I'm out of combat here. You can get up here to get away from the spiders. It's a nice safe spot to go before you start this. So it seems I cannot actually get out of combat here, although I did lose aggro. So I cannot change my skill, but generally I would change this to the one that gets rid of conditions, because if you get crippled or whatnot on the way, it's good to be able to get rid of them. You get crippled by, sometimes the Mossman boss will spawn on your way back, or you can also get crippled from the traps, and then it slows you down, and this is on a timer, as you will see when I get this started. So let's say we count down, 3, 2, 1, I use Spectral Walk to get over here, grab the wisp, and I Spectral Walk back to here. Then the trick is to run through. If that wall is open or not, you can either go through or you can go around. And then back to the wisp stands. You should take yours to your corresponding one, like this would be the first one, this would be the top one, and whatever, you know. But so there, mine's back. And that is going to reset shortly. I'm just going to get over here and get out of combat so I can change my skill to consume conditions of the one I was talking about. These will reset when the timer runs out. As you can see, it just did, and now it will set it in 3 new random locations. We got spiders again. We got the second easiest one, which is this one over on the left, and one of the far ones. Next, I'm going to run that far one and show you how that is done. Now, the far ones can be tricky because, as you can tell, the walls move. There are some tricks to getting over them, and I will show you those. So, this guy over here. So, watch the traps, and then we are going to do a Spectral Walk again, and we'll say the countdown, 3, 2, 1, go. Having voice chat on this does help. I got lucky and no wall spawned. I will show you where to run around if we do get walls, because I'm sure I will on one of these runs. Now, if someone dies, gets downed with a wisp, or just drops the wisp, it will reset the wisp for everyone, and you'll have to start over. As you can see, I have 15 seconds left, so that was nice and quick. Then we will wait for that to run down, and we will go on to the next one. Hopefully it'll give us one of the other 3. There's one in the upper right, one just below that, between it and the spiders, and then I believe there's just the 3 across the top, and then that one on the left. Alright, so the next one I'm going to take is that one on the upper left. That one, it can be hard if you don't go about it the right way, or it can be the easiest one. Well, not literally easiest, but the second easiest, I guess, depending on which other ones spawn with it. But it's my favorite because people struggle with it, and you can just get it taken care of and get it out of the way. And oh my gosh, the walls are all spawning on me, so I'm going to have to go over. There are certain types of walls you can go over. Like if you see one like this, that looks like this, you can go over the top. Always, which is what I'm going to do on this next part over here. There is another safe spot here where you can get away from the aggro. I may not lose. Oh yeah, I did get out of combat. Good. So that is the wisp we are going for, and we are going to go up and over that wall there, and that will take us right past that bottom left wisp, and it's just quick and easy. Lots of people try to run around. I used to run around as well, and you can do it as long as the walls don't change. If the walls change as you're going through them, it can make it very difficult. And I can use Spectral Walk from here, or my favorite new way to do this is to go up here and use Spectral Walk from here. So we're going to hit Spectral Walk.
I could outrun a centaur.
And count down with the group. 3, 2, 1, go. Take the wisp and port back up here, and then we're going to go off the other side, past this one that I mentioned before, and we're going to go over the traps. There's lots of traps on that one. Oh, and they built a wall, so I'm going to go up this side because it's one of those ones that I pointed out before, and straight over here to the wisp stands because it's that easy. And I'll take the middle one because that is my corresponding wisp stand for this wisp, since there was one on the left and one on the right. I mean, that's my personal way to go about it. I think it's easiest that way, and if you are on like a voice chat, then you can talk about it that way as well, or you can just point out which one is open if you don't return it to the one that you would expect others to return it to, or such things. Okay, good. So this time we got that second one that I mentioned that is just above the spider one. This one is also really easy. Well, in my opinion, they're all pretty easy. The upper right can be tricky because it can have a guy that traps you. Now, there's two ways to go about this. With Spectral Walk, I would run it from here, probably. But it might be easier on other classes to come up here, run in, grab it, and then run for the wisp stands. So, we are going to go up here. We are going to hit Spectral Walk.
I could outrun a
3,
centaur.
2, 1, go. Grab it, and jump back. And here we go, over the... Oops, I hate to hit a trap, so we're going to get rid of those conditions that are slowing us down, and run our way back in here. So that is the reason you have consume conditions, because otherwise that slows you down. And if you're on one of the further wisps, that can really be a problem. But also, if you don't have Spectral Walk, I mean, sprint skills on their own can get you through. I mean, obviously I have 15 seconds left, so that extra like 4 seconds I saved by using Spectral Walk, I mean, it would be easy enough to get here by just running from any of these, as long as you don't get tripped up or fall or get downed or whatnot. The other thing that makes this really easy if your group is struggling is a mesmer, because a mesmer can portal, and you can portal pretty far across the map. I haven't tested it thoroughly as far as porting from far away, because I mean usually I'm on my necro, but I have done it a bit, and you can definitely port from the center of the map to by the wisp stands over here, which can kind of shortcut basically anyone that needs it, or you can test it out yourself and see just how far your portal will reach for future reference. I will not be doing that in my videos, though if someone specifically requests it, I probably could. Anyway, so now we got this one over here, which is next. We'll go ahead and do that one, and then I think we have one final one, which we may have to search for. If you guys get a spawn of these that you're not happy with, oops, you can reset them. And you want to watch out on this one because there's traps around it, and this red circle will trap you as well. I'm actually going to run over here, and I'm going to jump up on this wall, because although currently it is open, it may close off on me. So I'm going to Spectral Walk from up on top.
I could outrun a centaur.
And we're going to go 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh, sad. Okay. As I tripped all over myself. That still made it look pretty easy though, didn't I? And I have almost a full 30 seconds left. So in the meantime, instead of waiting, I'm going to go ahead and run over to this other one and grab it and drop it to reset it. Because that may save me a little bit of time. It may not. We'll see. Yeah, see, so 12 seconds. So if I grab this one, I could almost run 2 of them if I timed it right. I've never actually tried that because I always have 3 people doing it. But oh, perfect! It spawned this one that I need. So now this one, this part of the wall often closes off. And lots of times it'll do it after you grab the wisp. So you cannot depend on the wall being open when you think it's going to be, because it might not. But this spot here is another one that you can climb up and over to get to the other side. So generally, actually I say generally, but sometimes I will start from here with my Spectral Walk, but if the wall resets while I'm standing up here, like while I'm waiting for the countdown, then it will like throw me down. So sometimes I'll just start over here and then just run up over the top because it's easy enough to do. And I might run up over the top anyway, just so that you can get an idea of how long it takes rather than me running through the center. But beware of the traps if you do run through the center, because they will trip you up and then you'll have those conditions and it'll slow you down, you'll be crippled, whatever. Anyway, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. And you grab and you go back. And then we are going to go and see those things that are spawning under me will slow you down and they'll grab you. So you want to make sure that you keep moving at a nice quick pace. And I think we have one more left after this one. And instead of turning this in, I'm just going to drop it, reset. If I had been doing that sooner, it would have been super easy. But I had like 15 seconds left. Anyway, let's see now. Oh, good, we did get the one we needed, I think. Actually, I think I still might have one more. There's so many of these. I lose track. Or I can't count. One of the two. But yeah, see, this is that one we did before. Then I think, is there one here? No, I think that is all of them. This one here I think is the last one. Oh, and what's with my mini-map? There we go. That was weird. So yeah, this is the last guy here. Now there should be a space here where we can jump over as well. Alright, so this one here, as you can see, is another one that you can jump over. I would aim for this no matter what, so that in case it resets on you, you are good to go either way. If you're on a necro, if you jump up here, you can probably do that Spectral Walk thing. And then, yeah, good to go. Like I said though, if its wall changes in process, just make sure you go up. If you aim for up, then you're almost always okay. And if you lose a couple seconds when the wall switches, you're usually still okay because it usually doesn't take the full time. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna go straight in and grab this and go back and over the wall. And then, uh-oh, there's the Mossman right on the last one. You want to make sure you dodge him. He'll throw his axe at you. And if you can avoid it, that's for the best. And if this wall is up, you can go over this here instead of going through. And done. So now we would have opened this like 3 times by now, and you'd be able to go through here to the boss. And I will continue this video as soon as I get a group, and then we can go and fight the boss. There are 2 bosses in this one. There is the Mossman, or there is the Bloomhunker. And it is random which one you get. They are both fairly easy depending on how good your group is, but I'll give you the tips as I get that far. Alright, so now we have a group. We're waiting for a couple people to load in, but it should be pretty smooth, I think, even with a couple of random people and 2 guildies, which are the ones who we are waiting on. But in the meantime, the group can go ahead and get started on running these, because you only need 3 people to run through and bring them back. Alright, so who do we have behind us? That is Tristis. Okay. And like I said, it's good to have someone count. So I'm going to ask the group, and here goes someone counting. I could outrun a centaur. We're gonna run in and grab on go. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I fell off. And I can't talk right, and I've suddenly got a weird accent. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay. Back to my random babbling through these. Alright, so we're gonna get this and return. Oh my god, that was bad. There we go. 13 seconds left. This guy's almost here. Beautiful. Good job. Good job. We've got people concerned about our party, but I think we are going to be just fine. Just fine. And this run, we got the Mossman. There are a couple things to watch out for on the Mossman. First thing, you'll want to zoom in all the way on your mini-map if you're not glitching your way through him. You can glitch him if you have a mesmer by putting down the skill on the focus that pulls. You put it like halfway to him and pull him to you, and then you attack him from underwater with everybody and make sure nobody moves after you attack him. It's boring, but you don't die. You can also do that same kind of thing with an engineer, with him standing up there because the engineer can reach him. Having a guardian who can put might on them will speed it up a bit, but yeah. He will go invisible at random intervals, and when he appears, he will hit you with agony, most generally.
Eat my dust.
He will also throw axes at you that cause agony. So you want to make sure you avoid it.
Such might.
Now, like I said, if you zoom in, then you can watch where he is on your mini-map when he goes invisible, and you just want to make sure that you kind of dodge out of the way. It looks like currently I don't have I don't have him following me this round. He'll usually stick to one person until they are dead. He'll follow them the whole run. And I just realized I didn't switch my skills out. I usually will bring another well or Signet of Spite, I think is the one that gives power, and just run that just for the extra power. But there he goes invisible. If you get downed while fighting him, you'll want to target a wolf. And I say target because you want to put a target on it so that others will target as well. At high levels, it can be very difficult to res someone without dying, but if you can rally them off a wolf, then it is much easier.
Time to do some real damage.
Drop a couple wells on him. Get him slowed down with a few skills. This Chiblians, however you say it, I don't know. I don't say it correctly. I just use skill 3. It's skill 3. We'll slow him down so that if he is chasing you, then you can keep him off your toes and from, destroying you, because he hits hard. Obviously, like I said, I don't have aggro, so I'm not really taking any damage this run. But we'll just run in, give you an idea, maybe of how much damage I take if I get hit. Agony, as you can see, does a lot of damage. Almost took down our first Guardian. Speaking of which, Guardians are often looked for in these runs. They are not necessary. You can do a full Fractals run without a Guardian, but they can make it go more smoothly, especially if you have a lot of people who are pretty squishy or maybe not as good at dodging. It all depends on who you're running with. But I've definitely done runs without a Guardian that were like the smoothest runs I've ever had. Lots of times you'll see people get dependent on a Guardian and like they depend on them to keep them alive. But really you should be self-dependent. You should be able to dodge. You should be able to keep yourself out of trouble. And he's invisible, so you can see where he is, coming towards them. And he's going to appear over there. Yep, there he is. See, this is nice and easy. Level 28 is what we're doing if you have not noticed or figured that out. I don't know. Anyway, it's pretty easy.
I could outrun a centaur.
So you just want to make sure that you kill him. Also, if I was to get hit with the agony, just so you know, this character currently has 45 AR, so I would not die from agony at this level. It might hurt a little bit, but it will not kill me. In fact, it might kind of tickle at low levels. Like, if I go into a level 10, I'm like, agony? What agony? There's agony? Huh?
Armored up.
Oh, see there? Yeah, see, even his hit just barely hurt me. But we're gonna go ahead and get these people rezzed, just because we may as well at this level. Oh, also, if he's invisible, you can't. Someone was typing. If he goes invisible, you can still put like marks underneath him, and like you can slow him down and such things, even if you can't see him. I don't think you get ticks for damage when he's invisible, but the slowing can help, especially if he is trailing you or someone else who is having trouble dodging him. It just can be useful. I also, generally when fighting him, I would put back on my well healing spell, just so that I can drop it and heal other people as well. Although it doesn't heal others very much, a couple hundred each tick, that can actually save someone's life. I know there have been times even where I almost die and I'll have like 300 health left, and it's like, if I just had, I mean, maybe that was just because someone put some heal on me. And like, if I put them on someone else, I mean, maybe that just saved their life. You never know. But this seems to be a nice group. We're gonna have a nice smooth run based on what I've seen so far. People often struggle with the Mossman, and he can be very difficult, especially if he chooses to target someone who is kind of weak.
Can move mountains.
But in general, you don't want to melee him at higher levels simply because his agony and stuff does so much damage. He can take you down in 1 or 2 hits.
Yes, Fractal, stay right.
Especially if he hits you with his axe throw.
Swamp.
And that is the swamp. I will also add in
Let me know when you
a
want to
clip
move on.
of the other boss fight so that you can get an idea of how to fight the Bloom Hunger as well. And there you have it. Easy. Here we are in the swamp again, and we are about to kill the Bloom Hunger. This is the other boss on the Swamp Fractal. And there is a way to kill him like I showed you on the Mossman, but it's not really necessary. I mean, it wasn't on the Mossman either. Especially not, this is a level 20, so it's especially not necessary at this level. But I will show you where to stand for that. Oh.
Faster.
Or not, because the tree is... No, just kidding. It's right here. If you stand right here, you should be able to hit him at a distance. Possibly not with this class. I think you need like longbow characters or others to do that. And like I said, it's not really necessary. You can just kill him pretty easy in a normal run like
Feels
this.
nice.
It helps if you have like a guardian and a mesmer can use feedback to block his projectiles, or you can just watch the circles on the ground and avoid it. But yeah, a guardian can set up walls and block them, or you can just, yeah, avoid it. It's not too bad. Use your dodges. Make sure you stand on the firm land so that you can see the circles. In the water, they are too difficult to see, and it makes
Impressive combination.
death, very likely. Also, the red circle hits do also cause agony, so you will take a lot of damage.
Need help here.
As always with agony, if you don't avoid them. And they are down for the count. It's not necessarily worth it to res in this one. Not from a full death. But, I mean, if we have others resing and we do have a wall guarding us, then, I mean, you can do it.
Feels nice.
Ooh, that hurt. Here we go. Getting this nice protective
Time to do
bubble
some
they
real
made for me.
damage.
It's way easier if you have a guardian. I mean, if you're not in a very dodgy
Feel the
mood.
fury.
They're pretty easy to dodge, so even at the higher levels, they make them quicker or more frequently as far as the attacks.
I could outrun a centaur.
But they are mostly avoidable. And if I do get hit, then the first thing I do is hit Death Shroud. Because even on a 48, if I hit Death Shroud and it's full, then I can generally survive it. I mean, if you're not running Necro, then that's a problem, potentially. But, I mean, a heal can also possibly save you. But it'll keep me mostly at full health if I hit the Death Shroud at a high level.
Ready to kill rising.
Some groups will go and kill the spirits he summons. I used to do that as well, but really it doesn't help that much, I've found. They give him different buffs, as you can see up here.
Feels nice.
The worst of which, in my opinion, is the frost one,
Armored up.
because it changes his actual projectiles.
Strong.
I mean, I've got so much AR, I don't even really take any agony damage.
Venom. Too strong.
Yeah, if I was on a 48, I'd probably be dead about now because I was at half health and I didn't have quite enough life force saved up to survive that. But that's how it is. Not too bad. You can do it too. Thanks for watching and best of luck.